We're Gabe and Meg. In October of 2019, we decided to leave our beloved city of Chicago and travel the world full-time, starting in Central America.
Oh my God! Bienvenidos a Santa Ana, El Salvador!
After 6 months of traveling in Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua, the COVID-19 pandemic completely changed our plans. With airports closing and a strict curfew in effect, we evacuated back to our home country. After weighing our options, we've decided to relocate to a country that has had one of the most successful responses to the virus.
We're moving to Taiwan!
We've packed up our bags once again and are ready to explore the food, culture, and customs of this amazing island nation.
Take a breath and hold your breath.
A lot of fumes. Good afternoon. Today we are back in our home city of Kaohsiung in southern Taiwan. And this afternoon we've come out to the neighborhood of Cihou, which is where the Kaohsiung Ferry will take us over to Cihou Beach. And today we are not just going to the beach, we are going to go check out the awesome Lighthouse and an old military fort that are supposed to be up in the mountains along the beach. So we're gonna go check that out. We can't wait to show you what we find.
Get your melons.
We made it over to the pier. This is the Kaohsiung Ferry Pier, and it's actually part of the Kaohsiung public transportation system. So the same card that we use to get on the bus or the train is all we have to use here to get on the ferry. And like every store and service in Taiwan, the ferry has its own mascot, its own cartoon, animated, super cute character to represent the ferry system. And in this case, it looks like it's 3 or 4 adorable cats. We'll show you what they look like.
Not as full as last time, eh?
So the Cihou Beach area that we've come down to is definitely has an older, more historic feel than the rest of Kaohsiung. When you walk around, there's a lot of old buildings that looks like they've been here for centuries and they've just kind of been left as is. Alright, we are beginning our ascent to the lighthouse. Up we go! The little hike up to the lighthouse is so nice because you can stop and take a break every few steps and just look at the amazing views all around you. We've been seeing this all over Taiwan during our travels here. There are so many remnants from the colonial period when the Japanese were occupying Taiwan. There's all these military barracks that are built into mountains and forests, and you just stumble upon them and you're like, oh my god, like look at this one right here. But it's really eerie to stumble upon it. You just imagine the kind of history that happened here. We just about made it. You can see the white paint in the buildings right behind me, so we are approaching the lighthouse. I think there's an eagle or a falcon sitting on top of the lighthouse right now. It looks beautiful.
Here comes the eagle, look. Oh, it's trained. It has a beacon on its back.
Wow. The lighthouse was actually constructed by the Chinese Customs Office in 1883, and then it was renovated by the Japanese in 1918. The light from the lighthouse can be seen up to 25 miles out into the ocean, so it helps guide boats into the Kaohsiung Harbor.
You have a little friend right behind you. Other side.
Don't get me wrong, the lighthouse is beautiful, but I think this is the real reason people come up to the lighthouse. Look at this amazing view of the Kaohsiung Harbor.
So we've left the lighthouse and we've now started walking down the path towards the Cihou Fort. And in this kind of like foresty area, you can just see everywhere. You can see these old military installations that have been kind of abandoned, and they're a little bit eerie, but so fascinating. Cool place to hang out alone at night, Megan?
I don't think so. Definitely come here during the daytime. I'm also feeling a little nervous that like a giant spider is about to drop out of the tree, so maybe we should move on.
Oh, so you don't like giant spiders?
No.
So we've been talking about these old kind of military installations. That looks like this one has not been blocked off. And I'm going to take a peek inside. Just to... Whoa, creepy. Definitely creepy. Wow, you can tell that there's like a network. There's like a bunch of smaller entryways in here. Wow. All right, that's about as far in this I want to get. But look at this old sign over here. Yeah, that's enough for me. All right, from the really creepy to the really beautiful.
Let's go find the fort. You can see the ocean in the distance. Look at this beautiful shell. I'm not sure if it was a snail or a crab living in there, but we just saw it resting here right on the rock. And as I looked further into the ground, there's tons of these shells.
Hear that? Don't drive your car directly off the cliff.
Welcome to the Cihou Fort.
Low clearance. I guess people were shorter back in the day, huh?
I think so. Look at the level of this door. Kind of creepy in there.
Come on, babe, just crawl in.
I think so. Not today. So this fort was built in the year 1720 by the Qing dynasty in China, and it was ruled by the Chinese up until the 1890s when China and Japan were at war, a war which Japan won, and the result of which was that Taiwan was ceded over to the Japanese up until World War II, which they lost, and Taiwan was then given back to China.
And in 1895, when the Japanese took over Taiwan, there was a holdout of Chinese troops who refused to give up, and they were stationed right here at the Cihou Fort.
Does it look like The Shining?
A little bit.
Where's Johnny?
There's probably some copyright infringement going on right here.
It's okay, we don't have enough subscribers.
Only you can change that.
You can imagine this is where they would station soldiers with machine guns and bombs to defend the fort and the harbor.
You can actually come into the rooms that have been left open. You can sense just how thick these walls are. You see that old timber ceiling. Pretty cool.
So right behind me is the original entrance to the Cihou Fort, but it was completely bombed out by the Japanese in 1895, and now it's been rebuilt to what they imagine it would have looked like.
Where are you taking us, babe?
I'm surprised at myself, but I'm leading us into this creepy old military hole.
Usually I do the creepy places. Whoa, that is insane.
That goes so deep.
Want to try it out?
No. There's clearly barbed wire blocking off the entrance, but holy guacamole.
Anyone in there? You know what I really like about this area of Kaohsiung is it kind of like lets the modern part kind of fade away, and you kind of find these beautiful little alleyways, and you can tell things have been like this for a long time. It's retained its traditional touch. It's really charming.
You stumble upon so many amazing things in this area of Kaohsiung. Look at this gorgeous temple just sandwiched in between two apartment buildings.
Sandwich.
Getting hungry?
Yeah.
Fusian cats.
Is that what they're called? Fusian cats?
Fusian cats, 2021. Repping the Kaohsiung Ferry.
And now onto the light rail. Light rail is actually free right now because they've just opened up a few new lines on it. So this is free public transportation in Kaohsiung.
Thank you for watching our latest video. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Leave a comment below to let us know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.